Let's face it, school is boring. Personally, I hate it. It seems like teachers make it their mission to make everything so boring. I won't name any teachers, but students have literally been bored to death. Look at this innocent victim here. Creativity is arguably the most important tool a human has. Yeah, there's science and maths and facts, but it all stems from creativity. It's our greatest asset, and we're ignoring it in the classroom. It's a travesty, and it's creativity as a whole that's at stake, not just in this English class. When there are budget cuts, arts are the first to go. It's kind of weird that something that benefits students so much is the first to go. Let me prove it to you. The Center for Arts Education reported that schools with a solid art program had really good graduation rates. That means that with more graduating students, there's a higher chance for them to get into college and succeed. Without these creative outlets, these opportunities, students are more likely to drop out. The dropouts cost the community over $292,000, and those costs for dropouts are actually less than what it takes to fund an art program. Even trying to get a career in arts is risky. The majority of teachers that get laid off are art teachers. Now, we could just fire all the boring teachers. We could do that. But then they'd just get hired somewhere else. It's not enough. I asked my good friend Hope Hefner to decide what we should do with these types of teachers, and she suggested that we just torture them. Now, I was pretty surprised at first, but then it started to kind of make sense to me. She went into a lot of detail concerning what we cut off and how exactly we were to torture them, and it kind of got sick, so I'll save you the details. But while it would permanently get rid of them and dissuade other teachers from being so boring, it wouldn't cure them of whatever it was that made them that boring. So me and Hope talked for a while, discussing what we could possibly do to make these boring teachers see the light of creativity. She suggested that after we torture them, we make them watch their own lectures for hours. They would sit there for days until they got tired of their own voices. We asked a representative of the school what his thoughts were on the subject of boring teachers. Here's his answer.
Kill them.
Yep, that's what Father Hoffa said. Incredible. We took his idea and expanded on it. We figured, why waste them after death, right? So, Hope had the great idea to flay them alive and use their skin to bind our books. Yeah, that's what she said. We would cattle the boring teachers until we needed to bind more books. We'd skin them and probably eat the rest. I'm sure we'd all have problems with eating human, but we'd get over it when we realized just how efficient this new way of thinking is. But seriously, it's a much simpler solution than that. Teachers always say that they're preparing us for the real world, but the world has no lesson plan. We're going to have to figure a lot of things out on our own, so why not reflect that in the classroom? Teachers don't have to use the same lesson plan they've been using for the last 40 years. A little freedom goes a long way. Although this project took so long to do, and I mean really long, here's a picture of me editing this video at 3 in the morning. I had fun in the end with this project. I could do what I want. It only takes a little faith and a little freedom to inspire someone. Teachers could let students decide what a project could be, or they could assign something with like no guidelines. Just let your students thrive.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.